All messages. There we go. Let's spin this around and get going. Here we go. Right. Oh, we need to actually change the camera if we can. And I'm going to try and do this zoom out thing, because I think that if I do it this way around, I can get in more of the table potentially. Oh yeah, that's going to work, isn't it? There you go. Not too bad there. Right. Almost. How are we looking? Excellent. There we have it. That's much better. Maybe too far out though. I don't know. Hi, Gracie. You are not always first, Gracie. That is not true. I think you're first maybe when you're here, but you're not even always here. So sometimes it's somebody else. But when you're impatiently waiting for me, yes. I could say that it bugs me that you keep moaning at me to get live, but it doesn't bug me at all. I actually don't mind it. Oh dear. I saw you posted a video on your channel, like a short or something, about like a daily vlog. I'm pretty sure you used loads of footage from somebody else though. I don't think that looked like your footage to me. And what was up on the screen about you basically getting ready for school did not seem to make sense of what any of the videos were. So I don't know what to say about that one. Yeah, I don't mind you bugging me about going live, to be fair. And I quite like when we chat in the comment section. It's quite nice chatting. I like chatting to anyone, to be fair. It's always a bit of fun. I've zoomed that out way too far. Let me see if I can find a happy middle ground. That's not bad. I can think we can still adjust. Let's go a little bit more. Okay, that was too far. Just a little. Oh, trying to adjust this thing. I think that's the best we're going to get for now. If I need to, I can zoom out. GT Gaming saying, keep up the good work. Thank you, GT Gaming. I will endeavour to. Thank you for being here as well. New sub, lovely. Appreciate the sub, I really do. We haven't had as many subs lately as we had been having. I guess it's that time of year. And I've been doing sort of the same stuff for a little while now. Kind of got a little bit complacent with it. Oh, you have to excuse me. Oh, my cold is still with me. I'm on the mend, but yeah. I don't do my own because I can't film myself. You can't? I mean, it wasn't like you had anybody in it. It was just like, maybe a hand holding something. I figure you could do something like that, surely? Just like if you were actually doing a daily vlog showing what you're up to, you wouldn't have to be in it if you just film the things you're doing. So it could be your film, unless it's you haven't got a camera, but surely if you've got a phone, you've got a camera. Right. Yeah, because, your age and that, I wouldn't suggest that you start posting loads about yourself if you're not comfortable doing it. I think probably that's what happened with Emmy, to be fair. Emmy's only 11 and posting herself on her channel. I imagine that's what got her, basically, whatever trouble she had that meant that she lost all the videos. Oh God, excuse me a second. Oh, my my face, honestly. Uh, when you say not allowed to, is that like a parental thing, or is that a thing to do with? Well, it must be a parental thing, I guess, because I know that Henry's allowed to. Because you're older than Henry, so you must be allowed to do it via YouTube. But I guess it's a parental thing. Yeah, I guess that makes sense because you have to be careful still. You have to be. There's no hiding off camera. I zoomed it out, so I'm just going to have to blow my nose on camera. I apologise. Yeah, it's right. Let's get cracking on this. I'm going to go straight. Use the bad one straight off the bat. Yeah, it makes sense as a parent. So if you're not comfortable with it, you've got to make a rule up, and yeah, that's fair enough. I'm going to go straight off with that. I think. I'll bend that one around there. Ooh, get some of the bad ones out of the way. But I don't mind that because that's proving slightly useful here. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to use that one there. Oh, excuse me. Oh. I'm pretty sure it's the lights and the now sitting down for the evening. I wasn't sneezing and blowing my nose quite so much today because I was out working, and the fresh air kind of cleared it all up. But my eyes are really being irritated by the bright light actually. Right. So what's this? Oh, what happened there? That was weird. Uh, yeah, I mean, if you're interested in like, I guess if you're not going to post your own stuff, um, and but you eventually want to when you're old enough, then it doesn't hurt to be doing. Oh, if that was the other way round, that'd have been solid. I'd have been able to connect all that up. I might just close that off for now. That's it. That'll do the job. Oh, that would have been even better there. Oh, that's so annoying. That would have been a champion little thing to have there. I'm going to put that one there. Yeah, I guess you could look at it that it's practice for, like, I'm going to put that one there. Oh, I was thinking about putting that one there, but I can't put that there. But I can do that, which I think I'll do. And then that one to close that off. Perfect. I was thinking I'll wait for one then. Let's come straight up. Going to try to use that to bring that around here. Yeah, it's just good practice, I guess, for the editing and stuff like that, as I was saying, even if it's not your own footage. What I would say is if you're going to post stuff and it's not your own, do your best with the edit that you can, as like a bit of practice, like I say. Just try to do whatever you can get, sort of like try new things all the time so that you understand how the editing suites work. Oh, I'm going to have to, I'm so sniffly, I do apologise. Yeah, that's fair enough. Well, I guess when you're 18, I guess your parents will probably be like, yeah, sure, you're old enough now. I'm going to put that one there. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to put that there. Now I've got a little thing that can join up. Oh, I think I might actually use that there. Turn that into a single. That's not a bad little move. And then put that there. Now I've got a corner, which I can in fact close off with this corner piece. Yeah, that's not really helpful. Just put that there. God, they silly hot things right away. Why is this all weird? I don't know. Yeah, that's. Oh, it's because. Wait, have I got all the chat on? I don't know that I have all the chat on. More. What? Ah, all messages. Ah, hi Kit, good to see you. Just realised I don't have all the chat on. Sorry. Why is this all weird on here? Whatever. I'm just going to go right to the chat. Oh, there you go. I don't even have to myself on it now. There you go. That's like I can see loads of the chat. Like that's way better. Okay. Yeah, look, I finally figured out how to put the entire chat up. Well, not the entire, but like it's in the screen is entirely just chat. How you doing, Kit? Hope you're well. Just doing a Bandido while I wait for some of the family members to arrive, as you have just done. So we've got one here. Oh, yeah, I do need to sometimes see myself just to make sure. Yeah, so you can't see that. I'm going to just walk that around a little bit and hopefully. Ah, there you go. That's a little bit. That's a little bit more as you need it. Still got this weird kind of. There you go. That'll probably do the job. Hey, that's better. There we go. Are you still? Yeah, I guess you still wear a school uniform. That's something that I would have thought they'd have got rid of years ago, but they obviously haven't bothered. Yeah, so I've got a single here now. I've got the double there. I've got two on the corner here and one here, so that's not too bad. Oh, that's not very good. I'm going to put that there. That has use there. Now I can do that. Turn it into a single and a double. We don't mind having doubles because they can be closed off. Could turn that into a corner, keep the one double over there. That is, if I do it that way, I can put this on and turn it into a single. Yeah. We're going to think about it cleverly like that. Oh, we've got this naughty one. Might put that one there. Yeah, do that. Change of plan. Well, I'm going to close this before it gets any further off there, just because that's going to be an annoying one. Oh, that's quite nice. That's going to turn that into a double again. Now we've got another corner piece. Oh, so I could use them like that to turn it two into one. But I think I'm going to do that over here. So I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put that one there. Put that there. No worries, Gracie. You take all the time you need. Right. Where next? Did Kit answer me? No, he has not. Kit, how are you today? Are you still here? Can you hear me? Hope you're better than I've been. Jeez, this cold. It's been very annoying. It's not so bad now, but it was pretty not nice for a while there. I'm going to put that there. Oh, I've got the corner piece again. I wish there was a better way to use it. Put that there. If I can somehow marry these up, it'd be really nice. I'm going to keep trying over here. Oh, it's getting a bit awful. I'm going to go there with that. The intention of using this here. Oh, that was quick. Were you just uploading your video, were you, Gracie? I'm going to put this corner here. Turn that into a double. Let's put that there. I don't know if it's even visible there, but... Oh, da, 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 da. Yeah, I think if I put that one there, I can then put that one there. Oh, that's annoying, but I'm going to put that one there. Close that one off. It's getting big. You were editing. You did get your video request back. Okay, your video request. What's that? What are you talking about? I could put that there. There should be a close that works with that. Another one like that. No, there's another one here. I don't know how many of them are. I think there might be 3 of those, but there might only be 2. I think that's a risky move. If I did that, there is a squiggly. That's the one there. I don't think there's 2 of them. If there is, I'll be lucky. No, I can't use that there at all. I just can't. This is a little bit horrific. I'm not going to lie. I might leave this alone and just accept that that's got to be the C for the closer and a single closer here, which will then fit a few of them. Which leaves me working on these ones, which I think is okay, but I've got to figure out what's going to work. I'm just going to put that one there. Ambrose is in. Nice to meet you, Ambrose. I see you talking to E. Kelly there. Oh, Gracie. Oh, I like that. That's a good move. If we put that one in. Oh, I was going to put that there, but that works even better. Of course, it's going to open itself back up again, like a just annoying thing that it is. Oh dear. We know there's a lot of single closers to come. We've only used 1, 2, 3 so far, so there's a lot more. There's a lot more of those. What's that? I don't know who you are. Oh, I see. Yeah, I think they were just saying hi. I don't think they assumed that you knew them or you knew them. I think they just see you were chatting a lot and they've decided to say hello. It's literally just been you and me chatting, Gracie. Nobody else has been chatting. Even Kit hasn't said anything other than hi. I think it's a quiet one today, to be fair. Which is just fair. I'm just so ill. It's enough that I'm just streaming and keeping to my daily streams. I didn't promise there would always going to be riveting stuff, just that I would do them. I'm going to put that one there. It's a useless move, but it's the best I've got right now. That's problematic, isn't it? There is another one that'll close that off, so I'm going to go there without too much risk. Oh, I can't go there. That won't fit. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. I'm going to go there. Oh, for yeah. I'm going to use that one. I don't like it, but right, we have a single closer. We're going to use it on that one. Immediately get that one cut. Oh, this is a pain, isn't it? Ay, ay, ay. I don't know how any of these are going to work. What game am I playing? I am playing a game called Bandido. You can see it just here. It's you can play it solo like I'm playing it, but you can also play it as a cooperative game, which is like a more fun version of it, where you play it with like a lot of people. Oh, this is annoying. How am I supposed to do any of this here? I think that works. I'm going to play that one there. That one going to go there. Oh, we've got a closer. That's handy. I think realistically that's like that. That's fine. We can close that with a C. We've got the C over here. We've finally got another single closer. I'm going to put that one there. And then I'm going to put that one there and hope to get the right shape in here. I think we probably have one of those. So now I've got to start thinking about all the singles I've got now. We'll have to put a single closer here. And we've got 1, 2, 3. 3 single closes. We need like a J for here and the 2 C pieces for them. All right. It's not great. Not going to lie. I think we'll put that one there. Oh, we've got Big Boss Gaming back in. Hi, Big Boss. Right, that's going to go. Well, we'll close that one off first. It's the one that's the most likely to be in danger. Oh, we've got the J piece. Oh, if they all come out in a row. If they all come in a row, that'd be crazy. Oh, we've got another single closer. We'll put that straight on here. So now that one's closed. This lot's closed. We're looking at just the 2 over here and 2 singles. We have one of the singles. We can turn the 2 into a single if we need to, but that'd be risky as hell. Although with that one there, it's doable now. And I think that might be the move. The other option is to use this over somewhere else. But that kind of, yeah, I think that actually works better because it uses more pieces while we're waiting for the single closers. Yeah, this is going to be a good move. Turn that into there. Now we have 2 single closers. So we'll use that one there to close that one off. Hope for another one. Oh, it's time for risks, isn't it? Now we didn't use the C over there, so we have another C closer. So we could use these to keep a single close needed, but also add another one on, and that gives us time. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go to there like that. Oh, then the single close came. We could have finished it right there and then. Oh, that's so annoying. But we should be okay. I'm going to do that one there. So, oi, oi, oi. Wait. Oh, we don't have enough closers now. Oh, we could have done it. I know we do have enough closers. No, I tell a lie. This one should be a C. Yes! And then we use the single close there. And as long as I haven't made any real big mess ups here, this should all be done. Yes, get in there. We've done it. with one piece spare. That's crazy. I'm going to have to tell Noah about this and show him how I managed to do that with one piece spare and just a good knowledge of what was actually in the deck. And this time I didn't make any stupid mistakes where I thought something was still in and I'd already used it. That's solid work. Oh, thank you, Ambrose, for the sub. Appreciate it. Oh dear, do you know, I asked Kit how he was, and I've asked Big Boss how he is, and I've got nothing back. Crazy. Oh well, Ambrose is chatting away. Where are you from, Ambrose? If you don't mind me asking. I'm in the UK. Excuse all the sniffles. Oh, Finland. That's cool. I don't think we've ever had anyone from Finland in. Yeah. We've had people from loads of different countries. We have Emmy, who's from Norway. She's one of my family members, like YouTube family members. We have like quite a lot of people here who come in and say hi and spend a bit of time in their evenings with me quite regularly. And all those people are considered my YouTube family. Big Boss is quick becoming that way. I said hello, Big Boss. How are you doing? I hope you're well. So what's it like? Like obviously, I think Finland's quite sort of a north-south thing, isn't it? So you've got quite northish kind of areas. I don't know if any of Finland is in the Arctic Circle, but I guess depending whether you're very north or not, it could be very cold weather where you are. You could be having a lot of snow. So yeah, what's it like there? We're like really fingers crossed for a big bit of snow this year around here, but we have not got any decent snow for a long time over here in England. It's all this global warming, isn't it? Right, that game is done. I've left up long enough. That was a win. Nice. Sometimes it takes me a long time. That one was a long game, but I mean, like, it sometimes takes multiple games. Should you come to the UK? Well, if you're wanting to go on a holiday somewhere, I mean, there's better places, there's worse places. I don't know. Depends on what you like to do. I'll be honest, I'd consider Finland a place I could go to for a holiday. I like, there's an appeal to all the Scandinavian countries, because you guys all have like the right to roam and stuff. I assume Finland is the same. I know Norway has the right to roam, and Norway is definitely on my list of places to go because it's not that far from here, to be fair. I feel like I can even get a ferry there with my van. You might not know this, Ambrose, but I'm a van lifer, so this is my van. This is where I live. We've got Graham in. What are your thoughts on Saddam Hussein? Nothing complex, really. Bad guy, surely. That's about it. That's all I know. I'm not much of a political person, I'll be honest. I don't follow any politics. I'm not the person to ask. If you want to know about camping, if you want to know about van life, I'm the person to ask. If you want to know about silly board games, you can also ask me that too. But to be fair, we ain't got a huge amount of people in today, Ambrose. But if anyone wants to sub, I'd much appreciate it. We're having like a really slow, just boring day today, just because I am not feeling 100%. My youngest son gave me his cold, and I've been dealing with that over the weekend. And yeah, that's not been the most fun, to be honest. Oh, we've got Wendy in. Hi, Wendy. Good to see you. I'm better today than I was yesterday. Let's say that much. I managed to get out and do my work, and that has kind of left me feeling a bit more energized. How about you? How are you today, Wendy? I hope you're well. Big Boss is good. That's nice to hear. Yeah, just another chill one though, Wendy. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to keep it nice and chill today. In fact, it's time to bring you round and get a bit closer. I'm just going to check on the fire. Yeah, that just needs a little bit of TLC. Where'd you go where I want you to go? Silly things being awkward. There we go. There we go. Lovely jobs. Right. Put the table away. Try to put it back across the table. Across here without squishing my shoes, but who knows. There we go. Right. Let's spin you guys around. Hee hee. Right. Settle you up on here as best we can. There we go. As you can see, we've got the fire going, which is nice. And yeah, what I might do is turn that light off in the background actually. Ooh. And then we put that on instead. It's not quite so bright. Lovely jobs. There we go. And then put that one on there. Eee, that's a lot better lighting, isn't it? There we go. Oh. Did I build the van myself? Asks Wendy. Yes, if you're talking about the bit at the back, yeah. I didn't obviously build the van, but yes, I get your point. Yeah, I did all the conversion myself. So it's and when I say myself, I mean literally myself. I had a little bit of help from the boys in terms of sitting on things to weigh them down when the glue was setting, things like that, which they thought was hilarious. So they have like a big panel that I need to stick to another one, and I'd just be like, right, let's get this on the board, get everything set up. Right, you boys climb on this and sit there, play your games on your phones or whatever. It wasn't phones at the time, I think they had switches or something, but they were playing some sort of games. I said, right, let's make use of you. And yeah, so they helped in that sort of thing, and yeah, like the table that you saw me playing on, me and the boys made that together. We did that after we moved in the van. So for the first, I don't know, few months or whatever, we were in the van without a table. I can tell you, it's quite a thing when you're doing a van conversion. What we did was we moved into my parents' house for about a year. And I say at their house, I was sleeping out here in the van even before I'd done anything to it at all. I basically, I'm getting a message through, but someone's gonna, if that goes, 1 second, let me just put a mode on here. I don't want somebody accidentally calling me while I'm on a live. Yes, so as I was saying, if I can keep my train of thought. Yes, I was in the van and literally just using it for all sorts of stuff. So I'd cook out here and all sorts, and it just was literally a mattress and some bedding, and I had like a fold-out table that my dad had, like a sort of like no, actually it wasn't even one from my dad. I actually had it from the old house. It was one that I got out of a skip. It's like a wooden like plasterer's table, like for like putting your wallpaper on when you're doing like wallpaper plastering. And I set up like a camping hob and that on there, and I was using a bowl for kitchen sink and bottles of water, yeah, I basically, as I was adding things in, I kid you not, the feeling you get when you've been without something that you've taken for granted all your life, and you've been without it for a long time. And to be fair, I've had this feeling when you go camping. This is one of my favourite things about going camping, I'd say. Like in terms of the actual camping, rather than just going out for a day hike. If I've been out for a long time on a camping, so maybe like 3 or 4 days, when you come back, the pleasure of just being able to have a nice warm shower, or being able to like use a proper sink and kitchen side, and being able to use an easy hob that just lights like that, and you haven't got to worry about fire. All of the convenience of modern life comes back, and you appreciate every little thing, even to the point of having a nice comfortable chair and having an easy table to sit at. And I can tell you, when I was without a lot of these things for months, the 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 feeling of that was so pronounced, it was unreal. So getting back the kitchen worktop, when I, because that was one of the first things I built, was the kitchen like side, and I didn't have the jaw straight in, but I had the side, and then I had the hob and the sink, and yeah, just having a hob and a sink and a sidebar was incredibly good. I was like, wow, that's amazing. And then having the storage underneath, and suddenly I'm feeling like, yeah, this is great. And yeah, just as each thing came back, and then I'd have like the sofa to sit on and a proper bed. Just, it was crazy how much I appreciated every little thing. And it reminded me of this tale, well, of this. It's like this old, like sort of like, I don't know what you call it, but it's like a tale of wisdom that gives you a perspective on things. Where there's this woman who is, her and her husband, they live in this house, and it's a small house, but it's a nice house. Um, but she's not happy because she feels like they need a bigger house, and that it's not room enough for them. And she's not happy with her husband because he's not making enough money to get them a bigger house. And she goes to the wise man of the village or whatever, and she's like complaining to him, saying, look, my husband, he's not earning enough, and he's not providing enough, because I want a bigger place, and he says that we can't afford it. Can you help me? And the wise man says, of course I can help you with this, no problem at all. So the wise man says, what you need to do is you need to sell your house, and you need to go live in this like hovel for the next year. Um, and then after that, come back and see me. And she's like, okay. And she's thinking maybe it's because we're going to save money and that be able to afford a bigger place. So she goes to her husband, she explains what she wants to do. So they sell up and they go and live in this hovel, and it's a nightmare for a year. It's this tiny little thing. It's so awful. She barely has room to do anything at all. She can't keep all of her stuff. She has to get rid of some things. And then eventually, after a year goes by, she goes back to see the wise man, and the wise man says, right, now go back and to your house. So they go back to the house, and they move back in, and suddenly it feels like a palace to her. And the perspective has shifted, like, because she was so used to it being so awful, that now this little house that she was complaining about is amazing. And it's just that idea of perspective, of sometimes you've got to put yourself in a worse position to get a perspective on where you are now, to appreciate the little things. And I try to do it all the time, and I would say that that's a really good, nice piece of advice, is if you can do it. And because I got the real world experience of this when I didn't have anything, I was building a van, and I'll be honest, life was really hard for that year. When you start getting it all back, and you go, oh yeah. So even like now, just the appreciation I have for having a decent table never goes away. And I think that's partly because I made it with the boys, but also because I just remember that time of not being able to have it. So we were like, had to like park up places where we could go outside, and there'd be like a park with some benches and a table, so that you could sit and eat, and we'd eat outdoors, even if it was like really cold, or it was a little bit drizzly. And yeah, and it was like I had to get it done before winter set in. So yeah. Anyway, that's me rambling. I need to go back through the chat. Sorry, that was me answering something. Um, do you make live streams often? Asked Ambrose. Yes, daily, Ambrose. And then Wendy said, anything you wish you had added something to the van that you didn't? No, if anything, there were things that I might take away now, because they're unnecessary, because they were for a family of four, and there's no longer a family of four in here. I do want to make adjustments, as all the time there's new things I want to do. The current new thing is to replace this with a stove of my own design with way more glass on it. I've got my eye on a chap who's also a van lifer. He has a website where he sells his own, like stoves that he builds, and I'm thinking about getting in touch with him and saying I'd like a custom built thing. If I give you some plans for it, maybe if we talk about it a bit, could you build it? What's the cost going to be? Because he's got the skills with welding and obviously experience with building stoves. I'm thinking he might just say yes to building me a custom piece for in here. because I couldn't build a stove. I can design some, and to be honest, I've built some things like that, like covers for fireplaces and stuff in old houses. But I want like a really nice one. But I also don't know if it can work in the materials needed, because I'd want it built out of as lightweight materials as possible rather than big chunky stuff. So yeah, I'll have to see how that goes. But I don't think there's anything that I missed that I would like to add. I mean, I'd like to maybe add some additions for like one of the things I kind of wanted to have was a bit more of an outdoor kitchen type thing where I can maybe like have something that I fold down at the back to kind of like give me a little bit more cover rather than just the solar panel, maybe a little bit of side cover as well, and then and have like a kitchen, so almost like a decked area outside. And that was something in my one of my early designs that I really liked the idea of, was having like where the main door is here, instead of having it like the way it is now, actually having it so the wall could fold down and turn into kind of like a decked area, and then like have other walls that are kind of slotted out to make it sort of sheltered and covered, and then have it like as a kind of like a patio area where I could do some outdoor cooking. But in all fairness, that in the early days, that was me thinking that, oh yeah, but we'd park in all these picturesque places that you see on like Instagram when people do van life. I don't feel like that would work in a lot of places that we stop at, and I've since discovered that I can easily just put a tarp up. Like we did this at Biggleswade. This is on a live stream. Well, it was absolutely raining cats and dogs, but I was like, I'm going to do it anyway. Got a tarp up, and I've had so many barbecues out the back there, but that's the first time ever I did it with a tarp because it was so wet that day. But I had all the lads around for like basically my birthday sort of like get together, a bit of games night, and I was really wanting to do a bit of salmon on the barbecue, and so that was the plan, and yeah, that worked well. So yeah, so it's not something I would necessarily do now. I think if I did it on my own, like when the boys grow up and they don't necessarily need to be in a van anymore, and if I did a new van just for me, or maybe me and a partner if I have one at the time, so 1, 2 people, I think like the Sprinter kind of like, you know, normal panel van thing works quite well for 1 or 2 people. And I think if I did something like that, I would have like a built-in kind of like decked area type thing with a proper canopy. I definitely want a bit more of outdoor kind of cooking kind of feel to it. That's something I would add if I did it like that. What's this? We gave up, have we? Sorry, what giving up on what? Anyway, I'm beyond chat. I'm going to go really quick. Only things that make sense will get responses. Did I tell you about the Coke on Friday night? All the Coke you drank? Yes, you did. Or are you talking to somebody else? Hi, Kat. Welcome in. How are we all doing? How are you feeling, Molly? Is your cold subsiding? Yeah, it's subsiding, Kat. Thank you very much for asking. I hope you're feeling good. Yes, Gracie, you told me about the Coke. Keep repeating that. Oh God, what's all this? Jeez, there's lots of thumbs up. Storm Bram, is that what it's called? Ah, okay. Mr. Cat giving us the weather as always. Thank you, Mr. Cat. Who has the app Polybuzz? I've never heard of it, so no, I don't have that. Or I'm so behind. How far? Oh no, I'm not that far behind. I'm almost caught up. Okay. So when it says, "Oh, I'm in Devon, we have an amber warning," I didn't know, Mr. Cat. B word. Bugger. Always lose internet because very rural. Ah, yeah, that'll happen. Okay, Gracie, tell me what happened after all of the Coke that you drank. Okay, I'm all ears. Gracie went out for a bit of like a night out at the pub, a bit of a rave type style thing, and she drank a lot of Coca-Cola. That's what she's talking about, and I think she's got a little story to tell us what happened on the night. Yeah, she was sniffing the Coke all night long, and the ice cubes kept getting stuck. Oh dear. So I see Wendy's quite interested in the van's life stuff. Then, is that something you would consider doing, Wendy? I don't. You might only be a van lifer. I don't know, but yeah, I think you said that you're in Devon, so that implies maybe you're based there at the very least. But yeah, I do get a few people on the channel who are interested in doing it, and they have lots of questions. I always love chatting about the van life stuff. Come on, Gracie, tell us the story about what happened after you had all the coke. Evening, Quentin. How you doing? Hope you're well. I'm just going to lean forward and blow my nose. And that was fair warning to anyone wearing headphones. Oh, so annoying. All right. I watch a lot of van life. Look good, but always thought hard to pack up randomly. Park up randomly in the UK. Well, it depends. It's definitely hard these days to park up in the really picturesque places, especially the ones that other van life has already found. I definitely find a few here and there. Like Wales was so easy to do. That was brilliant, and that's not far from you, to be fair. Obviously, it's just around a bit of the coast. Dicey's number 14. Shout out to you for coming back. Good to see you. How are you doing? Yeah, but it's definitely not for everyone. I mean, I feel like there's a lot more people out there who not necessarily want to just jump into van life, but wouldn't mind having one to do, like a motorhome or something. Like my parents have. They have the motorhome and they use it for weekend trips and for a few weeks away here and there. And then I think they're planning to maybe do like one big one a year or something, maybe a couple. I'm not really sure what their plans are with that yet. All I know is back in November they did the 2 month trip out to I think it was October to November they did it. September. Sorry, start of September to the start of November. They were off out to Scotland and sort of did part of the NC 500, and I think they want to go back and do the rest of it. So basically the West Coast part, but they haven't said when. And I'm thinking maybe they do it roughly the same time, but they might do some other trips in between. I don't know. I think Paignton seafront, £10 a night. Yeah, I mean, if you're willing to pay for park ups, there's loads. There's absolutely loads. And if you become like a member of one of those clubs, like the camping and caravanning club or something like that, there's loads of places you can do. I mean, but I've never paid for a park up in my whole time doing this, really. I think, well, we might have paid for a car park in Wales one time. Yeah, we might have done that like really early on, but that was like in the first year. And yeah, we haven't done that since. That was like one time, and it was just normal parking. It wasn't like a campsite parking. Yep, I'm not 100% well yet, Quentin. I am still on the mend, which is to be expected because I only really came down this. I can't remember when it was. I think it was more like Saturday, really. I think I had like an inkling that it was going to happen on Friday night, but yeah, it was Saturday when I came down with this and I started noticing, and it wasn't that bad on Saturday, but yesterday was the rough one. But I'm already feeling better, so it's just coming out now, and it's the annoying part where my nose is irritated. And once I finish the stream, I'll be able to turn all the lights back off and just have my mood lighting on, and it'll feel a lot better. To be honest, it's just the light sensitivity is just killing me. So did Gracie tell us the story yet? I'm just going to scroll back up. No, Dicey said he's good. Yeah, it seems to me, Wendy, you've already got an idea of where you might even go. So yeah, if you're feeling like it, I mean, give it a crack. And if you need a hand with anything, just give me a shout. I'm more than happy to travel down to Devon, spend a week down there, whatever, and help you with a few bits and pieces, whether it's design or building a thing or whatever. I'm always willing to help any of the YouTube family, that sort of thing. Mr. Cat still with all the weather stuff. Warnings are constantly under review and further warnings and escalations may be issued. I swear Mr. Cat wants to work for the Met Office. Is that your big dream, Mr. Cat? You want to be a meteorologist and work for the Met Office? Sparker. Oh, Sparker's in. Hi, Sparker. Yeah, a bit better. Well, a lot better to be fair. I'm not 100%, but I'm feeling a lot better. Getting out and in the fresh air, doing a little bit of work, because it was the kind of work today where I didn't have to like really push hard. So I was able to take a bit easy. I didn't have to overwork. So just 4 hours or so of well, yeah, I think it wasn't even 4 hours actually. It was very easy work, so it went really quickly, and it wasn't too difficult. Stuff that I've done like a million times at this point. So yeah, it was a fine day to be out. It was quite mild as well, so it's just good to get in the fresh air. Yeah, one of my favourite jobs actually because they have like a beautiful back garden and just crazy views from the back. And I have to go up onto like I couldn't call it conservatory. It's more like a sunroom. They have like a skylight type thing in it, but and it does have like all glass around the bottom, but it's all lead roof. And I just go up there and walk on it and do like a couple of these like old Georgian style windows, like sash window Georgian style. And so I'm up there a little bit, and I get a chance just to stand there and just enjoy the view. It's beautiful. Um, Sounds like Gracie's on the mend as well. Just a runny nose. That's good. Quinn said plenty of hot lemon and ginger. To be fair, I don't do the hot lemon and ginger, but I do have a hot drink. And what's handy is I have it in this bottle, which is actually this is just my day-to-day bottle, and I have it because it has a UV types a UVC what do you call it sterilizer. So when I'm camping, I use this to sterilize the water after I've already filtered it. But it's also good for like self-cleaning the bottle. But it just comes as standard with an insulated bottle, which is nice because it keeps my drink warm or keeps it cold in summer. And yes, I'm just kind of used to this that keeping whatever I've got in there the same temperature. It's really nice, and it definitely helps with this sort of thing. So what we've got. So what's Grace been saying? Scotland's where Darren is. Oh. I'm starting to think Gracie might have a crush on Darren, No, I think he's too old for you. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I did already say what happened. Okay, let me look. I'm going to go back and look then, Gracie. I couldn't even stand up. I have no idea how. Blah, 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 blah. So what? You just couldn't stand up? Is that the thing? Is that what happens? So you just you lost your sea legs. Fair enough. Right, you guys talk between yourself, which is nice. Oh, we've got James in. Hi, James. How you doing? Yeah, me too. I love the flames. Got just a nice little gentle fire going back there. Don't need much today. It was mostly just for comfort. Could have got away without it, but because I'm a bit poorly, I'm like, I'm just going to warm it up in here, make it nice. And I've only used like basically one log this evening. It was just one normal heat log. I've got still a pack of stuff that Lucas gave me on Friday, but I probably won't use that until I need to actually really warm it up in here. Let that dry out for as long as possible because it does have a lot of moisture in it. We know there's whiskey in there, Molly, if it's not lemon and ginger, says Quinton. No, you know I don't drink. Up in York in a hotel room on my own, says James. Whoa. What are you doing up in York then? That sounds interesting. What's this romance in the chat, says Wendy. Who's having romance? You, because of what I said. I know, that's just me teasing Gracie about, she likes a channel called Life of Darren. And that's what she was referring to when she said that's Darren's up in Scotland. Because she's got basically Gracie has the two. Well, she's got three channels or more, but the two that I've seen her use the most are Big EK Gaming Fan, because she's a fan of a channel called Big EK Gaming, and she also has another one which is Life of Darren Fan, because she's a fan of Life of Darren. He's a lorry driver, essentially, and that's her dream job. So she told us all. Well, she says it on her channel anyway. And I was just teasing her. That's all. No, not James. Darren, I said. Jeez. No, not James. Jeez, you guys are just like not following along at all. What's this going on? James said, "Oh, up for work, Christmas meal type thing." Oh, cool, 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 fair play. So you like a remote worker, and then you're just going in at the moment just to see the team and that sort of thing. Is that what's going on? uh, is Life of Down? No, like I think Life of Down is just literally just a lorry driver who just um, does videos about his day-to-day work. I think that's what it is. Am I right, Gracie? You'll correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm sure that's basically what he does. Um, and hi, Rach. Good to see you, Wim. I haven't said hi yet. How are you doing? I hope you're well. What's Gracie saying? Not in his camper, but truck. Yeah, yeah. No, it is all of my teams across the UK getting together. Got to try to be sociable. I actually got like lots of different teams. That's cool. So are you the big boss, James, or are you like one like in the middle, or are you lowly man? Where in the hierarchy are you? Basically, what I'm saying. Um, Yeah, to be fair, I only peeked at those channels, the Darren one and the other one, because of Gracie being interested in them and having these channel names after it. I thought maybe they're really good if she's a fan of these channels. I'll be honest, they're not my cup of tea. I'm not into gaming that much, like the online computer games, and I think Darren's channel was more interesting to me. Because the lorry stuff is like there were a couple of interesting things. Just like I went through a couple of his videos, like, oh, that's interesting to see how lorry drivers do it and how the system works with that sort of thing. Um, uh, a mere cog in the machine, says James. An important cog, I'm sure. uh, has a wife called Leanne. Yeah, that is him. Yeah, well, that makes sense. Darren being married. um, Low driving looks like a tough job, says James. Well, yeah, I think it's one of these things because you think that you're going to be sat on their bum all day long, which kind of for hours they are. Um, but there's all the bit at the other end of it where all the action happens, if you like. Um, and Yeah, I hadn't really thought about that part of it. Like I used to work at Waitrose when I was at university down in Brighton. I was at Sussex University, but I lived in Brighton, just up the road from the Waitrose, and so I got a job there. And one of my roles was to sometimes go up and help with the deliveries when the lorry drivers came in, and I was one of the few to be like trained on the scissor lifts and stuff like that. Um, and that was always interesting to see how that all worked, like in terms of how often you get a delivery at a place like that, and like how it's all dealt with and how different deliveries come from different things. And I always used to wonder what it was like from the driver's perspective about these sort of things, because we'd get a bit annoyed if the drivers were late and we were like desperate to get the delivery in before like somebody's shift was ending. Um, and then they'd kind of turn up, and some of them would like sometimes help, but they weren't really supposed to help. They were supposed to go and disappear, and they'd have like a break in the break room and stuff like that. And there was talk about like the tacos and things, and yeah, and it was one of those things I did think that it seemed like an interesting thing to do. Um, Gracie giving us the FFS. Start watching another homeless guy, the Yorkshire nomad, although he has a job so doesn't travel anywhere. I mean, that's fair play. I mean, so what's he basically like continual urban camping or something, like urban stealth camping or something, just to so, because I'll be honest, when I'm at Biggleswade, the amount of times I see people just sleep in the car, there's a guy doing it now. Well, like I walked past him the other day, and he's been there enough now that he's recognised that I go there enough. So as I was walking past, he looked up from whatever he was doing in his car, and and I gave him the wave. And as I walked past his window, he went, "All right, mate," and I was like, "All right, mate," and then I kind of went in, and I thought to myself, if he ever says hello, because I don't like to impose myself on them kind of guys, but some of the ones in the past have said hello. We get chatting, and I always say, look, if you need anything, let us know. because I'm aware that he's sleeping out there, and it's pretty rough to be honest, especially on some of the cold nights. I don't know if he's. I haven't seen him there on the cold nights, but if he's out there on some of the cold ones, he's got some fleece he puts up and stuff. But man, that's rough. And then there was a guy who was doing a similar thing. He worked at one of the businesses nearby in Biggleswade, and he was sleeping in his car, but he was doing it like as a life choice thing. Before that, he was in a tent only, so to him, the car was an upgrade. Going back to what I was talking about perspective, he thought it was like a mansion because it was like, whoa, I'm used to just a tent, and I've got a whole car. Not moving is the silent killer to cardiovascular disease, diabetes. Yeah, that'll do it. I don't know where we got onto that though. Lorry. Oh, you're talking about the lorry driving. Yeah, yeah, not gonna. When I drive long distance, I do a thing where I like do my bum clenching exercises, like do one cheek, then the other, then another cheek, then the other, and then I kind of clench for a while and then release and do that. And you can do that on airplanes as well. You do that with your legs and stuff and all that to stop any build up of like blood just like clotting or anything like that. And I definitely do that when I'm doing long distance drives because it's not good to just be sat in the same place for a long period of time. It says me who's been sat in this spot for a while, but I'll start doing my bum clenching now. Yeah. uh, Ambro's like, Darren has a wife, this is getting juicy. I was totally joking. Darren is like a middle-aged guy. I honestly don't think that Gracie has a crush on him at all. Gracie's a teenager. I don't know if Ambrose is aware of that. Oh dear. Uh, right, I'm just going to scroll up a little bit. I'm behind on chat. Uh, are you talking to me about the energy and the vibes, James? If so, I appreciate it. Um, what is Gracie talking about? Who's she letting know what? There was so much chat. Um, he does. You should go watch it. What's this? Respect to the trampers, says Quentin. Yep, that's fair play. Um, who have you told about what, Gracie? And I'm curious. And who are we saying you watch him too, Molly? Who? I don't know who we're talking about anymore. We're still talking about Down or this other guy or what? I don't know. I've lost the thread a little bit, and it takes me too long to try to work it out when there's that much chat. So, oh, Down, no, literally, I've just watched like one or two of his videos after you popped in with his like your channel name of Life of Down and Fan. I looked it up and was like, oh, because I was curious basically. I do that. I will when I get a new family member and I have a bit of time on my hands and I'm like just messing around on YouTube. I will often look through some of the new subscribers on my channel, or I'll look through some of the chat we've had, like if I've got new people, and I'll sort of find, and I can click through and obviously look at people's channels themselves. And some people who come and watch me, well, most people don't have any videos, they don't have like subscribers because they're just a channel for watching, not for actually like putting any content up. But every now and then there are people who put content up, so that's how like I spotted about like Emmy was doing videos, and like Sarah has like like 3 or 4 shorts, nothing really special. Like it's all a bit random stuff. She does a few posts. There are some people who follow me that have a lot more going on. Who is it? Chloe doesn't have anything yet, but I have subbed to her channel because she said she's gonna do some stuff. So I'm like, okay, she's gonna do some like a bit of like a in a car camping type of thing, I think, or maybe a van. I'm not sure what she said. I think she's saying she's going to do a van, but I've subscribed to her just preemptively, so when she puts something out, I can see. And I've done this in the past with camping stuff. So I met a chap called I can't remember his actual name, but his channel was Straight Line USA, and I loved his first straight line mission that he did. He had the balls to try one, which I thought was, respect him. He didn't do a full country like Joe Wizard does. He did just the city where he lives, and I thought that was brave enough as it was. And yeah, I really enjoyed it, so I posted it up on my channel. But I also subbed to his channel because I'm always interested in what my subscribers are doing. Um, Hence, I'm subscribed to Gracie as well because she has started putting some stuff out. So yeah, I'm subscribed to Mr. Cat as well, but I'm not into Mr. Cat's content at all. I will say, Mr. Cat has the most random stuff on his channel. Oh dear, it's all geared towards younger people, so it's like I don't get it too much. So what was James saying? Yeah, you just have a really chill manner. Appreciate it, brother. Um, yeah, it's a mad world, James. That's for sure, and that's the whole point. And I appreciate you saying it because that's the whole point of the channel. I'm forever like trying to keep myself and the people around me grounded, and yeah, nothing like that than like just getting out of the rat race. I'm not completely out of it, but I'm out enough that I'm not one of these people mad chasing the big house and big car and some crazy like nonsense. I'm just like, no, I'm chasing connection with people and trying to just have fun and enjoy what I can. And yeah, and mostly just focused on getting day to day while bringing up my boys. To be fair, um, yeah, well, I'm lost as well, Rach. I wasn't really following it in the first place. Humans in hi, human. I'm feeling a bit better today. I have had my cold for a couple of days though now. How are you doing? Um, well, you have a couple of videos. Your one about blue was really nice. I thought that was a really lovely little video. Gracie. I assume that's that is your video because obviously you tell me that you can't film and put your own stuff up, but yet you have that one up. Which so I assume that is so that's weird. Like I'm like, how comes you've got that up but not others? I assume maybe you got specific permission from them to put that one up. I don't know. Yeah, that's true. Two is better than none. Quentin's saying, "I love the fact that you entertain all Molly, but no fool." Yeah, yeah. I just I'm up for everyone to have a little fun, and I have an eclectic taste on YouTube. I'm going to be honest. I I recently started. You can actually see my subscriber list for this channel. I do have another channel that was my original. I just used for watching. Um, but I do watch a lot of stuff on this channel now as well. And so like there's a couple of ASMR artists on there because I like ASMR, um, and there's camping channels on here. A lot of my subscribers I subscribe to, well not a lot but a few of them, but there are some random ones like I subscribe to this. I'm not sure what to reference them as. I think they were they them. They're like one of the non-binary kind of things, I think, and they're like is it called a furry? I'm not sure. I think that's the term. But whatever. Always have a like a mask on and just do crazy stupid stuff. But they do art, and the art is cool. And I'm just like, you need to do more art, but I don't really want to go in there going do more art, and giving it all like whatever. But their art is amazing. I'm like, do more art, please. Just get some more up in the channel. But some of the other random stuff is okay. Like they asked about why they couldn't live stream on mobile because they had at least 50 subscribers. I was like, well, on mobile you have to have a lot more. You have to have like 1,000. Um, so and I help where I can, but it's like, but then another time like I'm subscribed to another Scottish lady. Well, I think she lives in Scotland, doesn't she? She's Scottish, I think she is. She just does like weekend vlogs of like her walking around the beautiful places up there. Yeah, and I just just it could be anything. I'm just into so many different things, but yeah, no fall over. uh, what's this about human? I'm chasing a dog walker down the beach who doesn't want to be my friend. Jesus. uh, yeah, no, I love a bit of ASMR. I got my first ever custom video from somebody for ASMR. Um, she emailed it to me yesterday, and yeah, that was really nice. A proper like custom one. I was like, I'm just gonna like I don't I it's not something I do all the time, but I did it. I was like, that is got to be done. I've got to just give one a try, and it's awesome. I was like, that's brilliant. So I'm gonna get another one. uh, Yeah, Quentin. To be fair, I'm a sort of person. I ain't touching something like the they them stuff and the non the gender stuff and like. I'm not going to ever wade in on any kind of like stuff with that. I have my opinions. My opinions are pretty middle of the road, as they always are, because I'm kind of a sensible kind of guy. Where I feel like some people it's a thing for them, other people it's not, and they're just, and everyone's an individual, and there's every case is an individual case. So what you find is if there's somebody that's out there just hyping themselves for attention, I'm probably not going to give them the attention they're looking for, and I'm not going to play that game with them. But then you got Tim. Tim identifies as non-binary, and he doesn't make it difficult for me. He doesn't make it a big thing. It's not a grab for attention. It's just him finding who he is, and I'm like, respect that. He's a friend, and I respect it, and I treat him. If he said to me he needs a they them now instead of a he or whatever, then I'd do my best, and I know that he wouldn't give me grief if I mess it up. Like, it's very hard for me because obviously I've grown up a time where it's just like, it's him or her. It's that easy, and so it goes by whatever I see. But I tell you, I've got into trouble with that a couple of times when I worked at Waitrose. Talking about it, some woman came up one time trying to come in when the shop was closed, and she looked like a dude. I'm going to be honest, and so I just went, "Sorry, mate, we're closed." And she went, "Why are you calling me mate?" And I was like, "Sorry, I just, just friendly kind of term." She goes, "Yeah, but what?" And she could tell that I'd thought that she was a dude, but I wasn't going to own that at all. I was like, "No, well, I was just like, I've got lots of girl mates as well. I don't know what you're talking about." I just whatever. That's crazy. Nearly got myself some right trouble on that one. Oh dear. Human says, I always have to point out that I don't drink or do drugs, so people know my madness is organic. Yeah, so is mine, human. Mine is completely organic as well. Um, right, I'm behind it. Right, no, I'm not that far behind. That's good. Okay. Um, yeah, human's a solid person. Respect to human. Um, what's Quentin saying? Respect what you think, but no need for a label to make someone fit into society. Yeah. To be fair, this is actually a bit of a video idea I've had. So I've got a lot of new ideas for videos that I might want to touch on. But I'm not 100% sold that it's something that I can actually do justice with the videos, in terms of like do them well enough that they would have traction on YouTube and also make enough sense to people of what I'm saying. Um, but we have touched on this on the streams about the idea that you can't put anybody into a box, but yet we all have to sometimes do it in order to fit into how a bit of paperwork or whatever like needs us to. So like, the doctor surgeon needs you to fit into this or that. The psychologist needs you to fit into this or that. And yeah, I think this is one of these things where too often the humans trying to oversimplify something into black and white or separate things into boxes. And in mathematics, this is called discrete data. We're trying to turn something that's a continuous like piece of data into discrete boxes essentially, or categories or sets. And I'm like, it's nonsense. It's always not going to work out. And actually, I've seen some videos on this, and Veritasium has a video on infinities and this, and there's this, and there's a whole branch of mathematics. I'm gonna drop feces now on an entire branch of mathematics. And if there's any mathematicians out there who want to disagree with me, I will say right now, get in the comments afterwards, and you can tell me I'm wrong, and I'll laugh at you because I'll know that you're dead wrong. But there's a whole branch of mathematics, and there's some right genius people out there who think that they've got onto something, which is that they've worked out how to work with infinities, and the entire branch of mathematics is totally wrong, and it's because they haven't quite got the grasp of how infinity works, because they're all talking about how if you take a set of infinity, I'm like, well, you've already gone wrong. You've already gone wrong. You can't have a set of infinity. And they're like, no, you take this set of infinity, and what you can do with it is this, this, and this, and you can prove that you can have different size sets. No, you've gone wrong already. You've gone wrong already. You can't have a set of infinity, because a set implies a boundary, and an infinity doesn't have a boundary. You've already gone wrong. So that's your basis of your entire string of mathematical field that you're talking about. the whole field is wrong. And I tell you, I've annoyed some mathematicians on this, but I was like, that you can't. That's like you can't have that. You cannot have that. So stop talking like you think that you can, because once you try to bring it, and that's the thing, they're trying to take something that is incomprehensible to a human mind, take it down to a level where you can comprehend it and then work with it. And I'm like, yeah, but then everything you're doing is not going to work anyway. You just this is just nonsense. But yeah, I do go on a tangent. That's one of the things I used to talk about a lot when I was at university. Um, but yeah, but humans are like that. Anyway, my point was humans are like an infinity. Like we're so complex. We're basically an infinity inside of it. Each person has like an infinite potential and an infinite amount of things that are so. No human brain is the same, and there'll never be one the same because each brain is its own like infinity, if you like. And trying to say that you could boil even one of them down into a set, let alone like, oh, we can just group a load of these infinities of people's minds together into this other. I'm like, you're just talking nonsense. You can't box anybody in. It's crazy. Um, yeah, I think this is. I don't want to touch on too much stuff with this, but as it's in the chat, um, I think this is the problem with the things that we try to avoid talking about in this channel. So we're talking about the religion, the politics, and the self-identity things, all that sort of stuff that people want to shout about, especially on the media platforms these days. Um, like I have no problem with anybody's point of view, and you can have your point of view, and I think it's fair and right that everyone can have their own point of view on these sort of things. What I'd never like is, no matter what it is, that somebody's trying to force it down somebody else's throat. And I always disagree as soon as someone starts to get like that, when they start to just be shouting about something and forcing somebody else to their way of thinking. No, you've lost me. You want to talk about it, that's fine. You want to state what you think, that's fine. But now you're trying to force it. No. You've crossed the line, and I think that's the thing for me. Haha, Grace has come back in as Life of Darren fan. Hi again, Gracie. Um, um, yeah, I think humans onto something there about, but I'd phrase that differently. So human says, I object to people who want me to see them as something that they are scientifically, biologically, factually not. And I would say, I I stand on the case of like, you can't just tell me to think something differently. Um, but if I perceive you in a different way, yeah, I'll call you that thing if that's how I perceive you. So I think that's one of those things. It's like, yeah, you can't force somebody to perceive things just because you're telling them to, and that's what I'm talking about. You can't force things like that. But yeah, but they can ask you, and if you choose to respect them and do it, fine. But if not, then they have to respect that as well. You are your own person. I think it's basically the freedom of speech kind of goes with freedom of thought as well. Uh, Sparker, that is not Darren. That is Life of Darren fan, which is Gracie. Um, hey, Chuck is in. Wee misinformation inspection. There's loads of it in here. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, Chuck. Glad to have you back, Chuck. How you been? I ain't seen you for ages. Somebody have Google ready to fact check Chuck for us. Whoa, I'm so far behind. Right, I'm going to really do a quick scoot down. Um, and now we've got Life of Darren with two ends. I have a feeling that Gracie is now in with yet another account. uh, I tell you, there are signs that Gracie is a bit of a naughty one with the whole kind of like just so many different accounts. Because obviously you can make up so many YouTube accounts. I don't even know if there's a limit. I assume there is. I mean, I've got 3, which basically amounts to the one I had on YouTube, not YouTube, Google Play Music. That used to be an app, and I used to have all my music in there. When I had to transfer it all over to YouTube Music, then they created me a new one for that, which I was like, fair play, because I don't really want to have. I need to have like a separate one for my music when I'm listening. And then I have the one that was originally what I used to use YouTube, like all YouTube for, and then this one, which I created specifically to start uploading videos from. But yeah, I think Gracie has a lot more. That only applied to what's this? What's Chuck saying? Human that creates a powder. What the? Who's the? I don't know. Right. Right. The chat has got nuts. It has digressed massively, and so have I. To be fair, I've gone to a right waffle, and the fire is nearly out. So I think that's time to call it today, and I'm gonna rest my throat. And anyway, it's uh, it's been nice chatting to everybody. It's been really lovely, and yeah, I'll. We got life. Well, it might actually be life of Daryl. I don't know. If it is, hi. Nice to see you in. Which would be very random, but what we got, and we got. Oh, that's not appropriate for this stream. Let's let's go straight for just hiding that user from the channel. We don't need that channel, that user at all. I don't like that at all. Yeah, we didn't need PDDJ for comments like that, did we? But yeah, as I was saying, I'm wrapping it up, and it's been lovely, even though I have a cold, to see all of you guys. And if Wendy's still in, thanks for chatting, Wendy. I don't know if you disappeared. If you did, you didn't say goodbye. But if you're still in, it was lovely chatting to you, and I hope you think about the van stuff. And like I said, legit, if you want to do it, give me a heads up on the old emails, and I'll come out and help you wherever I can. But for now, as always, love you all and have fun.